Morning, friends. Welcome back to our Cpm and PET class, Unit 4, right? So, previous class we discussed about some problems, right? I hope you are all practiced well, right? These are the few problems already we discussed, right? Once again, I want to repeat it. Project means a set of pre-decided activities to be performed for project management or completion of a contract within a time period or within a duration, right? So after completion of getting contract from the government, we need to accomplish the project within the duration, right? So for this purpose, we need to plan pre-decided activities and activities, time and estimation of cost, and next input and output plannings. These all we need to plan for construction of a contract or completion of contract within a duration of time. So this is all about project management process. So here we need to focus upon future course of actions, estimation of time, estimation of cost, input and output plannings, right? For this purpose, we have two types of methods. First one is network CPM analysis and PET analysis. CPM means here critical path method. PET means project evaluation review technique. It is also known as program evaluation review technique. Okay, these two types of methods or networks we are using to construct or complete or accomplish the total contract within a duration, right? And submit to the government. This is what about CPM and PET analysis, right? And CPM was developed by DuPont company. It is a chemical industry, chemical manufacturing industry, right? And PET, it was developed by US Navy in military services, right? So in the CPM and PET, these two are developed in 1957, but it was developed by DuPont company. It was developed by US Navy, right? So these two network diagrams are used for few things. Those are to easily understand the prior activities and preceding activities, and also the dependencies of activities. And next, from these two diagrams, we can able to know the time, expected time for each and every activity. This is the fourth benefit. And next, we can easily find out the critical paths, critical activities. And next, sixth one is we can find out the easy activities or simply non-critical activities. So these are the benefits from CPM as well as PET diagrams, right? So, and CPM is used for simple as well as complex projects, and PET is used for non-repetitive and very large, huge contracts. And CPM is repetitive and PET is non-repetitive actions. In the CPM, we can estimate time and cost, but in this PET, we can estimate only time, not belongs to the cost, right? And the CPM, we are deterministic method. So here we can determine the time and the cost and the activities, preceding activities. All these things are determined by the top level management. But in spectrum, it is purely based upon the probabilistic, because future is uncertainty. So this project may be success or may be fail. That's why this total project evaluation rule technique is depending upon probabilistic, but CPM is totally depending upon the deterministic, right? So, and then the very important difference between these two are in the CPM, we can know the exact time for each and every activity. But in this vector, we don't know the exact time for each and every activity. So that's problem we need to face here. So that's it's depending upon not exact estimation time. That's why we have 3 times to estimate the single time for each and every activity. So these 3 timings are most likely time, pessimistic time, and optimistic time. So optimistic time means a short period of time. Most likely time means normal time. Next, pessimistic time means here largest time. So based upon these 3 things, and we have the formula optimistic time plus 4 into normal time plus pessimistic time by 6. So by using these 3 timings and by using the formula, by using these two, we can find out a single estimated time for each and every activity. So this all process is comes under in this PET. If it is not expected exact time for each and every activity, then these 3 times and the formula will appear to select or to finalize the expected time for each and every activity. So that is the major purpose of the PET diagram, right? And it is used for very large or huge programs, right? That is the process of here, right? So already we completed these problems. How to draw, already we know. I think all of you have practiced these all things well, right? So these problems, and based upon this problem, we can draw this type of diagram, right? Network diagrams. So these are the activities, and these are the preceders or preceding activities. If these activities completed, then only these activities will appear. So these activities and preceders shown in this diagram. This diagram is called as network diagram. So here the calculation based upon this activity based. Activity means here arrow based. Calculation is called CPM. But here these circle forms are called as nodes, NOD, nodes. This nodal basis calculation is called as here PET, right? So these are all problems. So today's class, the another model of CPM or PET diagrams. Up to now, each and every problem just we have in this activities characteristics alphabetical A, B, C, D. Precedings also in the form of alphabeticals, right? So look at the second problem also. These activities are in the form of characteristics or alphabeticals, precedings. The third problem, activities and preceding activities in the form of alphabeticals. Here also, alphabeticals, activities and preceding activities in the problem. Here also, look at this thing. So these activities and preceding activities in the form of ABCD, English letters, alphabetics, right? In this problem also, alphabetics, activities, alphabetics. But this problem, activities are not in the form of alphabeticals, means A, B, C, D like this. Here, activities mentioned in the numbers or figures. So activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 9, and 5 to 6, 7 to 5 to 8, 6 to 8, 7 to 8, 8 to 10, 9 to 10. These are the activities, right? So in this previous problems, we have A, B, C, D like this, alphabeticals. And the preceding activities also we have A, B, C, D, D, E, G like this, alphabeticals, English letters. But here we have figures, letters, right? Numbers 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4 like this. In this model, we have no preceding activities. So in this model, we have preceding activities, but in this model we have no preceding activities, right? Only they give activities in the form of numbers 1 to 2, 1 to 3. These are the numbers, right? And just they give time. They give times for each and every activity. That's it. Based upon this thing, we can find out the critical path and draw the network diagram, right? So look at carefully. Suppose here 1 to 2 activity. In this activity, we have 4 hours of time. Next activity 1 to 3. In this activity, we have 1 hour time. 2 to 4, 1 hour time. 3 to 4, 1 hour time. 3 to 5, 6 hours. 4 to 9 activity, 5 hours. Next 5 to 6 activity, 4 hours or 4 days. 5 to 7 activity, 8 days. 6 to 8, we have 1 hour time. 7 to 8, 2 days. 8 to 10, 5 days. 9 to 10, 7 days. So these are the timing. In this timing, it may be in hours, or it may be days, or it may be weeks also. Weeks, right? So these are the activities. For each and every activity, they give a time. They give a time. So based upon these two, we can draw network diagram and find out the critical path, right? Now, network diagram, construction of network diagram. Look at carefully. So here, 1 to 2. So this is the 1, and this is the 2. Just we connect these two by using an arrow key. So 1 to 2. That's it. 1 to 2 activity. So here 4 hours of time. So this 4 hours, just we need to mention in the middle of the arrow 4. So just complete it. 1 to 2. 1 to 2, 4 hours. Next we need to draw 1 to 3 activity. So already here I mentioned 1. Next activity 3. Just we need to draw these two circles and connecting one arrow between these two. So here 1 to 3 activity, we have 1 hour of time. So just put this 1 hour of time middle of the arrow. So this 1 to 3 activity having 1 hour. Next we need to draw 2 to 4 activity. So already here this is the 2 activity and this is the 4 activity. Just we draw like this. So 2 to 4 activity, just connecting one arrow between these two. So this is about 2 to 4 activity. 2 to 4 activity. In this 2 to 4 activity, we have 1 hour of time. So 1 hour. Next 3 to 4 we need to draw. So already we have the 3 node, and here we have the 4th node. Just connecting these two by using an arrow. So this activity is here 3 to 4 activity. So as mentioned in the problem, 3 to 4. So 3 to 4 activity. In this 3 to 4 activity, we have 1 hour of time. So just mention 1 hour between this arrow, 3 to 4 arrow, right? 1 hour. Next, after completion of 3 to 4, next we need to draw 3 to 5. 3 to 5 activity, right? So here already we have 3 node, and just to draw 5 activity, 5 node, and connecting between these two by using arrow key. So 3 to 5 activity here. So this the thing 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. So in this 3 to 5 activity, we need to have 6 hours of time. So here just put the 6 hours between the arrow. So here 3 to 5, 6 hours. So 3 to 5 activity having 6 hours. So next we need to draw 4 to 9 activity having 5 hours. So here we have the 4, and just to it, we need to draw a circle and put the 9 mark. So 4 to 9, 4 to 9. So having 5 hours. So just mention 5 between the arrow. So here 4 to 9 activity, this is the 4 and 9 activity having 5 hours. So completed up to here. Now coming to continuation, 5 to 6. We need to draw 5 to 6 activity. So already here we have 5 activity, and just draw 6 activity and connecting 5 to 6 activities by using arrow. So what is time here? 5 to 6 activity, 4 days. So 4, just put the 4 between the arrow key. 5 to 6 connecting arrow key, 4 hours. So next we need to draw 5 to 7. 5 to 7 activities. So already here we have 5 node and just put 7 node and connecting between these two by using arrow. In this 5 to 7 activity, we have 8 hours of time. So 5 to 7 activity, we have 8 hours of time. So just put here 8 later, right? We completed 5 to 7 activity. Next, we need to draw 6 to 8 activity, right? So here, this is the 6th, and just we need to draw a circle and put 8, right? So connecting between these two by using arrow, 6 to 8 activity. So 6 to 8 activity having 1 hour of time or 1 day. So connecting these two by using arrow and put the time here 1. Next 6 to 8 completed, then we need to draw 7 to 8 activity. So here already we have the 7 and 8, 6 to 8 and 5 to 7. Just to have these two and connecting between these two, 7 and 8. These are the two activities. So 7 to 8, just connecting these two by using this arrow key, right? So here 7 to 8, we have 2 hours of time. Just put this 2 of time middle of the arrow, right? So 7 to 8 activity having 2 hours of time. Next, we need to draw 8 to 10 activity. So here we have the 8. Just put the circle and mention here 10 between the circle. So node 10th activity this is, and then draw or connecting this 8th node and 10th node by using arrow. So 8 to 10 having 5 hours of time. So 8 to 10 having 5 hours, 5 hours. And last one, 9 to 10. So here we have the 9th activity. Already have 4 to 9. Already we draw 4 to 9 activity here. So from this 9, and already we completed here 10th, 8 to 10. 8 to 10. Just connecting these 2 points by using arrow key. 9th activity and 10th activity. 9, 10 by using arrow key and connect them, right? So here 9 to 10 activity we have 7 hours of time. So just put the 7 hours number in this arrow key. So this is all about how to draw the network diagram by using this type of problem, this model, right? In these previous problems, we mentioned A, B, C, D, these English letters activities, and preceding activities also in the form of English letters. But in this problem, activities and preceding activities both are in the same column and both are in the form of figures or numbers. So in this form of network or CPM problems, we have no preceding activities. Activities and preceding activities both are mentioned in the same column and by using the numbers, right? But in this previous problems, activities are separate column and dependencies or preceding activities are in a separate column, and both are in the form of English letters. So here activities and preceding activities mentioned in the same column and they are in the form of numbers, right? So like this. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4. So 2 to 4 and 3 to 4. Next 3 to 5. So 3 and 5 connecting between these two. Next 4 to 9. Here 4 and 9 connecting between these two. Next 5 to 6 and 5 to 7. Here 5 here. So 5 to 6 and 5 to 7. 5 to 6 and 5 to 7. Next 6 to 8, 7 to 8. Here we have 6 node, 8 draw. So 6 to 8 and 7 to 8 connecting 6 to 8 and 7 to 8. Next 8 to 10 and 9 to 10. 8 to 10 and 9 to 10. 8 to 10th activity and 9 to 10th activity. And mention these timings based upon those arrow keys or based on those activities connecting, right? This is about how to draw the network diagram by using this type of model, right? So in this diagram also we have one starting point and only one of the point is here a finishing point. Only one single starting point, single finishing point. And this total diagram look like convex model, right? Convex model. Right. Next model is here. Just note down this point, this problem, and practice it in your home, right? Okay, right, guys. So here once again I want to repeat it. In this type of model, we don't have these English letters, activities and preceding activities. Just activities and preceding activities are mentioned in the same column and in the form of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So this is the another model. So 1 to 2, here 1 and 2. We have the 4 hours of time. Just mention in the middle of the arrow. Next 1, 2, 3 activity we need to draw. So here 1 and draw new circle and put the 3 mark here and connecting between these two and mention 1 hour between this thing 1 and 2 to 4. Already we completed this node and new thing we need to draw here. Put the circle and mention the name 4 and connecting these two things by using arrow. So that is 2 to 4. In this 2 to 4, we have 1 hour of time or 1 day. Next 3 to 4. Already we completed these two things. Just connecting these two by using arrow 3 to 4. Here 3 to 4 I also have 1 hour of day or 1 day time. Just put this time between these arrows, right? Next 3 to 5. Next just draw a circle and mention 5 in here, 3 to 5, and connecting between these two by using arrow. And this activity having 6 hours of time. So just time mention here between the arrow. Next 4 to 9. So 4 and 9. So these two having 5 hours of time. So just put this time is here between the arrow, right? And next 5 to 6. So 5 and 6 by having 4 hours of time. 4. Next 5 to 7. Already we have the 5. Just draw 7 marks here. So in this 5 activity, just we need to 2 activities are there. So 7 and 6 activities are came from 5 activity. So this part is called as here merge activity. Sorry, burst activity from this part only. Right. Next thing, now 5 to 7 road. Next 6 to 8 and 7 to 8. So here we have 6 point node and 7 point. Just draw a circle and put 8 marker in that circle, in that node, and connecting these two, 6 to 8 and 7 to 8. So in this 8, 7 and 6, from these two, 8 came. So in this particular, these 3 things, this is all about merger activity. These 3 things are called as burst activity. Right. Next 8, next 8 to 10, 9 to 10. So already we have drawn here 8 and 9 also. So connecting 8 to 10 and connecting 9 to 10 and put their timings 5 hours or 5 days, 7 hours or 7 days. So in this diagram we have one single starting point, one finishing point, and this diagram totally look like a convex model, right? So this is all about drawing a CPM network or PET diagram by using this second model. Right now, in the next class, we will meet with the PET analysis. So here this is the problem, and by using this problem, we can draw this type of network diagram. And by using this formula, we can calculate CPM. So this is all about PET diagram. So this PET diagram we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. We practice those problems. CPM and network analysis, right? CPM and PET analysis. This type of diagrams are very, very important in our main exam, right? In our 4 sets, just we will have this problem, right? Very, very important. The CPM and PET problems. Okay, guys, practice well. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.